Alright, so if you're looking to the market to buy a 125cc Honda, you do have a couple of options that the manufacturer gives you. You have something like the Shine 125, which is a very commuter-centric, very economical motorcycle to run and in your daily commutes. Then you have something like the SP 125, a slightly more premium take on this same segment. But now you also have the Honda CB 125 Hornet to reckon with, because yes, this is Honda's take on the sporty commuter motorcycle segment, and we are here to find out if this baby Hornet has any sting in its tail. So without wasting any more time, let's get to checking out what this one is all about. Let's get to the looks of this motorcycle, because yes, it is a very nice aggressive looking motorcycle in the 125cc space. Now a couple of features, let me walk you through. 17-inch nice looking, very stylish looking wheels at either end, draped in MRF Zapper tires, P-rated of course. So these tires have been tested to a maximum speed, or they can handle a maximum speed of around 150 kilometers per hour. Now you have nice cues that pay homage to the bigger Hornets in Honda's lineup, and that includes the Hornet 750, the bigger 1000cc four-cylinder bike as well. You can see from the headlight. Now all the lighting elements on this motorcycle are LED. They look very nice and nifty. Different headlamp unit altogether with this particular model, because it has that nice aggressive head down kind of stance, and you do have these nice indicators on the headlamp housing as well, which pay homage to the bigger motorcycles in the Honda lineup. Now the handlebar, nice and wide. These tank shrouds, well, they add an additional touch of that sporty element. It looks a lot more youthful than something like the Shine or even the SP 125. Nice sculpted tank. I also like this, the fact that they have included the ignition on the tank. That is a nice touch. It gives you a little more of that big bike kind of feel to this one. Split seat design as well. And down here, if you see, you do get bikini fairing, which is plastic, so it's not metal. So yes, that is mostly for aesthetic purposes and to keep gunk out of your engine. Now, very neat looking motorcycle altogether. Looks very nice and aggressive. Nice angular cuts and creases everywhere. So yes, this is a very youthful looking motorcycle. A lot better than something like the Shine or the other 125cc's in Honda's lineup. Now when it comes to features, this motorcycle packs a decent amount of them. Now there are no ride modes. There's no ride-by-wire throttle. Electronics wise, you do not get traction control. You do get single channel ABS with this particular model though. That is a first. When it comes to the suspension, you do have an upside down golden anodized fork up front. Looks very nice and catchy. When it comes to the screen, now this 4.2-inch TFT screen, very nice and vibrant, clear cut, and I quite like it, to be honest. It is a tad small, but the amount of information on there, the readout is very simple, and just a small glance, you'll make out pretty much whatever you need to find out by just glancing down at the screen. You do have Bluetooth connectivity. You can manage your calls and everything like that. You also get turn-by-turn navigation with this one once you connect to the Honda app. And very nice instrumentation readout. I quite like it.
Now you have 4 quite vibrant color options of the CB125 to choose from, and they all look quite nice and lively with those colored alloy wheels on there.
So in this particular color scheme, I quite like the bike, which I don't know what the company call it, but it's kind of this Rossi yellow meets dark blue. Well, that motorcycle looks really nice in my opinion. I would have chosen that color, to be honest, instead of this one. But yeah, very nice looking motorcycle nonetheless. I mentioned the upside down golden anodized fork, decent amount of travel out there, and you have a monoshock at the rear with some preload adjustment settings there as well. Now if you come down to this side, you can see that the Sari guard, well, that is quite a stylish unit in its own right, because it's none of those simple steel kind of rods which look kind of messy sometimes and do not have any aesthetic value at all. Well, this one has a bit more of that, aesthetic wise at least. Now the rear, you have a split grab rail and a very neat looking tail light unit out back as well.
Design-wise, the CB125 Hornet is very much on point for a sporty commuter. Just that if you're the sort who goes on grocery runs often and is used to hanging your shopping bags on the bars, well, they're going to scrape against those shrouds which protrude quite a bit and make them look a bit shoddy over time. So watch out for that.
When it comes to the seating of this motorcycle, it's very nice and easy to get astride. Around 830 mm of seat height, and you have a decent amount of ground clearance as well. The foot position, kind of sporty, but it has hints of commuter focused intent as well. The handlebars will require you to lean forward a bit, and that gives you a more aggressive feel. It gives you a more sporty kind of riding stance, and this motorcycle can really manage that with the amount of power that this engine puts out. Now this is a 125cc air-cooled motor, makes around 11 PS give or take of max power and little over 11 Nm of torque, and it's spread very nicely across the 5-speed gearbox. You do not have anything like a quick shifter or anything on this motorcycle, but in terms of functioning, it's very nice, very smooth. The engine is so tractable at low speeds, high gears, everything like that. Very nice motor. Even on and off the throttle transitions, well, it doesn't feel snatchy at all. It's very smooth in its way of functioning. And if that's your scene, if you want a peaceful, smooth ride and which you can extract the performance, and you want a performance-focused, commuter motorcycle, very lovely indeed. Because now this is Honda's take on the sporty commuter segment, and you will want to actually not break the bank when it comes to running and maintenance costs. And with this 12-liter tank out here, I did manage to get around 53 kilometers per liter in the mixed riding cycle. That includes city and highway runs as well. Very nice indeed. So you're not going to bust your wallet running this one around. So if you're in college or this is your first motorcycle, even if you're starting out with work and everything like that, good looking motorcycle, functions really well, nice and smooth, good amount of power as well. Now around 80 kilometers per hour in 5th gear, you'll be at around 6000 RPM, and this motorcycle can manage it without a doubt. The exhaust note, now that is really boomy as well, especially when you climb up the power band, get off the throttle, it has a nice boomy sound to it. Let me just fire it up and let you get a feel of what that is all about. Yep, that is the silent starter with this motorcycle. Feels really nice, starts off nice and smooth as well. And here's what the exhaust note sounds like. When it comes to the ride and handling aspects of this motorcycle, well, now this bike weighs just around 124 kg, so it's really light and easy to get used to handling. The tank, well, that's not too big between your legs, 12-liter tank. And yeah, the entire ergonomics of it slightly on the sportier side with the position of the handlebars. Your foot pegs are in a rather neutral position, 5-speed gearbox, and your shifter is in a nicely located area as well. But it's not a heel shifter, so you do get a visual indication of this motorcycle's sportier intent, let's say. Now when it comes to the seating, well, this is not something I'm really impressed with this particular bike, because when I was on a fuel run, spent around 4.5 hours with this motorcycle out on the road at one stretch, and it wasn't all that comfortable, to be honest. And even on say a 2-hour ride with a pillion, well, my pillion complained a lot on that ride. So the pillion seat, not the best given this particular segment. So otherwise, a very nice motorcycle to ride. But yeah, as far as seating comfort is concerned, well, I'm not too impressed with this one. But you will have to actually figure this out for yourself. See how your body, your shape, and your height with your weight, how you can equate to the motorcycle, and see how it works out for you.
The CB125 Hornet comes across as a good city bike that is lively enough to keep you entertained with its lightweight, balanced suspension which absorbs bumps nicely, as well as gives you the confidence to flick it around quite a bit in the corners. Now this bike's got easy ride controls and a punchy mid-range too. But if you're looking for some serious performance, this one might leave you wanting more, because this bike feels best suited to the speeds of around 75 to 80 kilometers per hour, and once you try to throttle past that, you can feel the motor buzz through the pegs and the bars. Okay, moving past some dull Hornet humor, attempting to get the CB125 Hornet up and above the 100 km per hour mark takes a fair bit of effort, and you'll want to plan your overtakes at, well, highway speeds well in advance.
Also with this motorcycle, you just get a disc brake up front, no option for a disc at the rear, very much like the TVS Raider 125. But you do get single channel ABS, so that's really nice. But a big downside for me were these tires. They do offer a good amount of grip in general, but if you're braking hard or you need to come to a halt in a jiffy, well, the front tire just lets you down a little bit, and that will be a little concerning. The rear, not so much, no qualms with this particular unit at all. The suspension holds up really nicely over bumps, rutted surfaces. This motorcycle with this skinny tire setup, well, it does have a tendency to follow those creases and lines in concrete, so you will have to watch out for that one. Alright, now to wrap things up out here with the Honda CB125 Hornet. If you're looking to buy 125cc motorcycles, the Shine 125, the SP 125, if they were too old school looking for you, well, this one makes a very nice case for itself because it is sporty, it is modern, it is aggressive, and yeah, it is a lot more youthful looking at the end of it. So looks wise, this one definitely has it. Performance wise also, you're not going to really break the bank with the amount of mileage that this motorcycle gives you, the amount of comfort and the amount of tech that this one houses as well. A good amount of it. I mean, there's not, you don't have ride modes or you don't have a lot of additional tech that TVS Raider gives you, which is pretty much this motorcycle's main competition at this point. Now, a couple of things that I would have liked to have changed with this motorcycle are that front tire, because yeah, that P-rated zapper from MRF doesn't really cut it for this kind of for the performance that this motorcycle can give you. Yes, it can accelerate to around 80, 100. You can do around 110 max, I think. But yeah, coming to a halt could have been better, especially with a better tire up front. Next would be the seating. The contours of the seat could be a little better. The density of the foam could be a little better as well. But yeah, in terms of an overall package, this one, it'll set you back by around 1,12,000 rupees. Well, that was the launch price when it launched earlier this August. Well, this one is definitely going to give its rival in the form of the TVS Raider, a 125cc, a good run for its money.